Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be directed at trying to help people who are looking for a raid group. Now, I've made videos like this before, but some new developments just came up. Somebody in one of my comments just now shared kind of a tactic they use to actually get raid groups together that is kind of not Discord, but is actually pretty cool. So I'm going to be sharing it with you guys, as well as some other methods for you to be able to get groups together, solid groups, and then eventually maybe farm your Eagle Bearer, because I know a lot of people don't have that weapon and some people are still interested. Now, I know some people have written it off and said, no, we don't care. But nonetheless, there are people who are trying to get this weapon. And so let's see how we can help you do this. Now, before we jump into the video, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you very much to all those who showed up on the Video Game Fight School channel to help me move closer to 1,000 subs. We were like 820 subs yesterday, and you guys just showed up like crazy and surprised me. So I really appreciate you guys so much. Even for those of you who just watch the content here on the Gamey Daddy channel, thank you very much. Now, jumping into the video, first of all, I'm going to share a method with you that somebody shared here in my comment section. His name is Ruski. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And the way to do this is you want to come to the raid and just play the discovery mode. Start meeting people, start assessing people. And then what he said he did was he just added a whole bunch of people to his friends list. And this gave him a pool of people who were actively playing the game that he could pick from. In my opinion, this is a very smart thing to do, because people on your friends list usually will be readily available to play with you if you ask them and they're, not busy. So the only thing that they will say in most cases is, nah, we don't want to join the raid or whatever. And that's fine. But at least you now have yourself a pool of people that you can scroll through in order to join you for the raid. Now, another thing you also have to be very cautious of as well is, sure, you may be adding people, but if somebody doesn't necessarily understand the dynamics of the game, you can usually tell from inspecting their build and seeing if they're actually capable of joining a raid or if they're capable of running these raids with you. Now, even though they may not be built and everything, that doesn't mean anything. You can always speak to them about their builds, tell them to modify stuff. It's not difficult to build anything anymore in this game, so I don't think that will be a problem for them. And then if you even see that they have maybe an Eagle Bearer, then you know that they have some experience with the raid. Maybe they've beaten the raid. Maybe they haven't beaten the raid, but they have the Eagle Bearer and maybe dropped from a boss. Then you know that those are people that you can probably maybe, start adding to your friend circle to eventually run the raids with you. Now, the really cool thing about this is you don't have to leave the game to be able to find groups of people. If you have maybe 60 people in your group who are active players, I can almost guarantee that you're going to find a team of 8 people to run with. Now, you have to know something. Running the raid with a team is a process. The first set of people that you run with, you may or may not be successful in accomplishing the raid, because you have to develop the team dynamics and everybody has to kind of learn to naturally fill in a role that they're kind of good at or used to. And so this usually takes time. You're not going to just, find a group one day and then that group becomes the ultimate group. No, you'll be playing with a lot of people. Then eventually you find out that you're going to be playing with, just a very small set of people, because when you jump into the large pool, you might not like, the way some people conduct their raids. You might just not feel like that group is, for you, but you're trying to kind of figure out things. So when you beat your first few raids, you start gaining confidence. And over time, you're playing with just a very limited number of people. The people I run the raids with are a very limited number. I mean, they're just a very small crew that have invited me. I think I run with like 3 different crews. They've invited me in the past and I've run with these people. So I think at large, you can say maybe a total of about 22 different guys that I run the raid with in that sense, or I did run the raid with when we were farming our Eagle Bearers and all that stuff. And guess what? Somebody eventually dropped the Eagle Bearer for me. So thanks again, Jim. I appreciate you. Now, the other aspect too is if you're on PC, you can definitely use the open world chat. This is another way to just, get a pickup game and eventually start meeting groups. That's the thing. PC has this functionality built into it, so you don't necessarily have to go elsewhere. And even from here, people will invite you to Discord groups to make sure you have a mic and you make sure you have a way of communicating. Now, the other aspect is using or joining a Discord. I haven't even spoken about my Discord, server in a long time. So what we did was we created a Discord server, Gamey Daddy Discord. The link will be in the description below. And you can join this Discord server by just installing a Discord app on your phone, logging in, creating a username and everything. And then you just join the server. Just make sure that you're at least 18 years old. I've made the server an 18-year plus server because I don't want children joining this server. And, most of the people who play the Division anyways are adults. So you come in here, there are all kinds of groups and channels. The channels are actually designated for you to have specific discussions. So you have a PC looking for group for raid, PS4 looking for group for raid, Xbox looking for group for raid channel. If you want a PvP, there's also one for that as well. And then there are also voice channels that you can join if you actually want to use a voice channel. It's all open. It's not like, I have a channel that it's a personal channel, Channel Pass. I use it to maybe have like one-on-one discussions with buds. Like if we want to have like just a discussion, if somebody wants to just, run with me and we just want to chat by ourselves and I don't want to talk to anybody, I go hide in this server. But usually my friends message me and be like, what are you doing in that server? And I'm like, and I come out. So it's not like a big deal. So everything here is open. You can come and type a message and say in the LFG PS4 group saying, hey, I'm looking for a raid group, and you can get people. One of the good things about employing both methods is they provide for you a large pool of active players that you can actually link to. To be very honest, I am just logging into this Discord server since perhaps maybe last year, and I'm just seeing a bunch of messages, and people are literally still doing this. We even have one for Borderlands that's also been taken over by Division agents because they don't care. But yeah, I'm not here to kind of like enforce rules. I just want people to be able to have, a forum to be able to come out and chill. And as I'm speaking to you currently, there is a sizable number of people that are currently online. Close to 50 people that are online on different platforms. So this is how I feel like you can gain for yourself a group of people to start developing a group from. Because a raid group is a group that is efficient at beating the raid in good amounts of time, and then eventually making it a farming experience where they can get people the goal that they're there to do. Many players enjoy just running the raids. And so this is just my Discord server. In fact, let's do some crazy. Clint Flairwood plays on PlayStation. I'm not certain. He also has a Discord server. I'm a member of his Discord server. There are a whole bunch of people as well that, engage in the server and all that. Let's see who would not mind me sharing their Discord server. All these guys may take like, hey, what are you doing, man? Afflicted Gamer, also a content creator here on the Division 2. He has a Discord server as well that you can jump into, and you can also, start chatting with, people and asking if anybody, I need to get out of this thing. How do I get out? Yeah, and start chatting with people about, joining for a raid group and all. And I've joined other, Discord servers. These are Discord servers that are personal to some of the people that I run with, but, they'll have to invite you to their server. So without a link, you can't join. So guys like Clint and Afflicted, they have their Discord link most likely on their channel. So if you go ahead and look for it, you will find it. So these are some of the ways that a lot of people have used to find groups that are dedicated to playing, not just the Division 2, but different games. And I just want to say there's also TeamSpeak as well, which also allows for and provides kind of like, this same server-based communication system that you can also join. So if you maybe hit somebody up and they say, hey, join my TeamSpeak server, don't be like a deer in headlights, just ask, how do I, what's your server name? Go download TeamSpeak. It works kind of like Discord, but apparently it's better. A lot of people who are more network techie prefer that platform versus Discord. So don't let that throw you off. So pretty much this is how I feel like are some of the best ways to run raids. You can also do something that seems pretty cheeky, but I'm not gonna lie, can also be effective. You play some missions, matchmake with some people, and while y'all are matchmaking, start chatting them up about the possibility of doing a raid. You don't even know where somebody might say, I might not be able to play a raid today. Why not add me? And when I have time, I play the raid with you. Guess what? You've just added one person who may even have a lot of experience playing the raid, and they're now on your friends list. So this is how I feel the community is going to thrive through stubborn developers who don't want to add matchmaking to the raid. And I know many people take exception with the possibility of adding matchmaking to a raid, but I would just say from experience with the Division community, this is a very adept community at actually figuring the game out. And so I feel like we can do it ourselves if they just give us a regular matchmaking system, because in the end, we're still going to go use Discord and all the other communication stuff anyways, once we can get people. But don't be fooled. People are still playing this game. I mean, look, all through since I've been chatting with you, there have been messages about people wanting to do control points, people wanting to do raids. It's not as much as before, but that doesn't mean, you know, you should just give up. So I hope this was helpful for people who are trying to find groups. Check the links in the description below. Go to other YouTubers' channels who may have Discord groups. Hey, you just keep giving it a shot and you might find somebody that, you know, will be happy to play. You might find 7 other somebodies who will be happy to play a raid with you and run it with you and farm it with you. So that's pretty much it for me. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. Thank you for those of you who've just done that subscription thing for me on the other channel. You have no idea how grateful I am. And I guess that's it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.